Why is the Transportation Security Administration confiscating bottles of salad dressing from grown European adults at the departure gate? If American food is truly the industrial, obesity-farming garbage the European press claims it is, nobody can explain why French, British, and Italian travelers keep getting pulled aside for trying to smuggle ranch dressing home in their carry-on luggage. Keep watching, hit like, and follow along now, because this transatlantic food showdown gets far more shocking very soon indeed. We've all absorbed the same lazy assumption growing up, that Europe is the pinnacle of culinary sophistication, while America only offers fast food that causes obesity. But the harsh reality tells a very different story. After a few weeks of adjusting to the explosive flavors, the richness, and the no-one-goes-hungry hospitality of the Americans, European tourists head home and are stunned to discover that their own home-cooked plates are expensive, tiny, and pathetically bland by comparison. They spent years mocking American food for being fattening, only to bitterly admit, once they'd actually tasted it, that it was too delicious to resist. It's time to wake up from the ultimate lie and follow this journey into the magical force that's currently rewiring the global palate. The arrogance of the old continent has never collapsed so fast. All it takes is one look at a smokestack in Texas, and the superior image European tourists arrived with cracks wide open. Oh my days. Oh my days, honestly, Queen, I'm sorry. Hello everyone. Today we're trying American barbecue for the very first time. We've got brisket here, some nice cornbread, and a bit of mac and cheese too, plus a few sauces on the side. It's about lunchtime where I am, so I'm properly starving. Let's just get into it. First up, the brisket. Let's get a good chunk out of there. Good little piece. Oh, look at that. I got the moist cut, whatever that actually means. Apparently it's a bit fattier, so let's see. Oh my days. Oh my days. That is properly scrumptious. Oh my days. No wonder you lot are so big. I'd be a big lad too if I ate this every single day. That's scrummy, mate. Right. We've also got the mac and cheese for the side. Let's give that a go. Looks like they've thrown a bit of brisket in there too. Not entirely sure what that part is. Oh, this is some good cheese, mate. Oh my days. That's scrummy. I'm properly chuffed. Now let's try it with the sauce, since everyone gave me grief last time for skipping it. This one's called Texas Twang. No idea what twang actually means, but it sounds promising. Let's get a fair bit of that on there. Oh my days, that is elevating. Oh my days, that is elevating. I'm properly chuffed right now. A little more of that sauce in there. Oh my days, that's scrummy. I'm properly chuffed. They also recommended a second sauce called Smoky Mountains. So let's give that one a go as well. Oh my days. Oh my days. I'm chuffed. Oh gosh. Honestly, that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. Let's mix the two together. Oh my days. Oh my days. Honestly, I'm sorry. That is smacking. Picture a British tourist who once believed that eating was the height of sophistication and propriety, now standing in a crowd and sadly declaring, "I'd rather live as an overweight man in this country than ever go back to eating the food from home." That confession wasn't some spontaneous joke. It was the harsh realization of an entire taste reference system getting shattered in real time. And it's the first symptom of what we're calling reverse culture craving syndrome. Europeans love to mock American food as industrial, rushed, and shallow, but they conveniently leave out one detail. An authentic Texas-style brisket has to be smoked low and slow for 16 to 18 hours straight. That's enough time to board a flight out of London, land in Texas, wander around in stunned amazement for a few laps, and fly all the way back to England. That is the exact opposite of fast food. It's patience, history, and heritage served up on a rustic tin plate. We're here trying some proper Texas barbecue. Take a look at this. Wow, this is nice. This is genuinely good food. You know it's good when it just falls right off the bone. Look at that. Wow, that's gorgeous. And honestly, this is the biggest rib I've ever seen in my life. Out of 10 for this barbecue? 10 out of 10. Unbelievable. Huge respect to the barbecue manager and pitmaster who put this together. An absolutely fantastic experience and top-notch food. Cheers. The texture of the meat is so tender, it practically dissolves on the tip of the tongue, pulling clean away from the bone like a giant, all-encompassing embrace of flavor. It's rich, salty, creamy, and thick with the aroma of hickory smoke. Even the notoriously stern and conservative German tourists, the toughest crowd on the planet, could only manage a quiet, not bad. And if you understand German culture at all, you know that's the single highest compliment they are capable of uttering in their entire lifetime. Now place that explosive barbecue platter right next to the traditional British dish of beans on toast. On one side sits an absolute calorie black hole, a $25 barbecue plate packing 2,500 calories, drenched in a sauce that fuses the tangy kick of Texas twang with the smoky depth of Smoky Mountains. On the other side, is that really it? A handful of pale tomato sauce beans slumped over a slice of pillowy sandwich bread. Set side by side, this so-called iconic British dish suddenly looks like nothing short of culinary depression. I need to warn people, when you grow up in a country that survives on jacket potatoes and beans on toast, and then you go to America, you genuinely don't realize how depressing your own snack aisles are until you've seen the alternative. Coming back to Britain after eating in America feels like going from Netflix straight back to VHS. We genuinely grew up thinking paprika was an adventurous spice. Anyway, if anyone needs me, I'll be pricing up flights back to America. International tourists were left completely bewildered, realizing they'd been fed a lie by their own domestic media for years. Texans aren't just sitting on an abundance of energy, they're welcoming visitors with pride and a generosity that asks for nothing in return. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Once your taste buds have been rewired by this kind of explosive flavor, the entire idea of healthy but bland eating turns into a genuine psychological burden. Do you honestly have the patience to wait 18 hours for a piece of meat without secretly sneaking a bite? And if you were forced to choose between staying loyal to your homeland with a plate of beans on a plain sandwich, or being branded a traitor for diving headfirst into that giant slab of barbecue, which side would you actually pick? Don't answer too quickly, because that enormous plate of meat is nothing compared to the shock of an entirely different black hole. One where every rule about portion size is about to get obliterated. The confidence Europeans carry about their formal, restrained lifestyle tends to evaporate the moment they reach an American fast food counter. They walk in expecting to order a normal lunch, and instead get handed a portion large enough to survive a trip to the storm-battered coastline. The gap is so absurd that, once back home, Scottish tourists have started bitterly referring to their local restaurants as running an Oompa Loompa operation, a business built exclusively for tiny people. Hey, what's that? What even is this? Who is this supposed to feed? What kind of Oompa Loompa operation is this? It doesn't look so small once it's in your hand. I could eat this whole thing in one spoonful. And this is being sold as a proper breakfast yogurt. That's insane. People over here are basically being starved. This is a rip-off. How many grams is even in this? It says 282 grams. No, it doesn't. It's more like 5 grams. What's wrong with that? Except it's tiny. What even is this? I could eat this in one bite. It doesn't look tiny once it's in your hand. For scale, tiny. It's a small magnum. Oh, baby magnum. Magnum my backside. Magnum is supposed to mean big. This is minuscule. All right, go on then. Try it. Try to finish the whole thing. Then there was the 24 pancake incident, the moment that caused a full-blown sensation for a first-time visitor to America's breakfast temple. All he wanted was a traditional-style pancake. What he received was a towering stack that looked more like a skyscraper. Purely in terms of diameter, A single American pancake is roughly the size of a large European dinner plate. And that wasn't even the biggest shock. That came from the medium-sized soda cup. To an Italian tourist's eyes, that glass of water looked less like a drink and more like a giant plastic bucket their entire extended family back home could share and drink from for an entire month. What? I asked for a medium. That's a medium. My God, medium, Madonna. My whole family could drink from this for a month. So this is genuinely just the medium size. Yeah, Madonna Santa. Everything here is bigger. But also, why would you even pay extra for a bigger size if the refills are free anyway? Because you can take that one home with you and sip on it all day. But that makes no sense. You already have free refills. Do you have any idea how many calories are in this? How many? I don't know. At least 2 full plates of pasta worth. But is it actually good though? Well, sugar is always good. For sure it's good. Here, you try it. Even global fast food chains are shamelessly bending their own size standards, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're standing on. Same exact brand, yet a large order of fries in the US is roughly double the size of the same large sold in the UK. This is a large fries in America. This is a large fries in England, both from the exact same company, and yet the portion sizes are absolutely astronomical in America compared to England. Look at the ingredients on the American version. They've randomly thrown beef powder into it. In England, there are only 3 ingredients: potato, oil, and salt. In the American one, there's a vegetable oil blend, dextrose, sodium acid pyrophosphate, salt, and beef flavoring. So what I genuinely don't understand is how the exact same company is selling essentially the same simple product, but stuffing the American batch full of complicated additives. It's literally just fries. Why on earth is there beef flavoring hiding inside a potato? Unless you actually stop and read the ingredient list, you'd never even know. More notably, while the British version sticks to 3 basic ingredients, the American version is packed with anywhere from 7 to 10 additives, including artificial beef flavor designed purely to hammer the taste buds as hard as possible. 19 grams of fat in the UK version against 24 in the American one. 66 grams of carbs in America against 60 in Britain. 0 grams of sugar in the UK batch, and 1 random gram of sugar in the US batch. In places like Rhode Island or New York, it's not remotely unusual to come across sandwiches or quesadillas that are physically larger than an adult human head. I'm in America, and when people say everything here is bigger, now I actually understand it. Why on earth is this quesadilla the size of my own head? Somebody please explain to me why this piece of food is the size of my head. And I've got 3 of them. Nothing here comes in small. This right here is just a normal water bottle. Sorry, let me switch my accent for any Americans watching. This is a completely normal water bottle. Why is it the size of my entire chest, my whole torso? But let's get back to the quesadilla. This is about to enter my body. Oh my gosh, this looks like high cholesterol, high calorie, seriously questionable material. No wonder people here are twice the size. It doesn't taste bad though. There's clearly no such thing as a considerate portion size around here. Everything is just big, enormous, extra large, XXX. From this single meal alone, I'm probably eating 6,000 calories. My stomach is going to look like I'm pregnant. Even the buildings outside are enormous. Why is that building so big? Everything here is just so big. God bless America. I just grabbed the other one. It's even bigger than this one. Oh my gosh, the other one really is bigger than the last. My stomach is already fighting back. I'm lactose intolerant. Why am I eating this much cheese? This place genuinely never stops amazing me. Nothing in this entire country is small. It's sickening. A single burger from the Cheesecake Factory even arrives with enough side salad to feed a small tribe. We're currently at the Cheesecake Factory because it's iconic. You can't come to America and not stop here. But look at these portion sizes. I got the chicken avocado sandwich. She's got some kind of chicken salad. Look at the size of these salads. That's crazy. It's like they're feeding an entire family. What? It's basically the size of your own head. No, it's more like a shared bowl. So what's the verdict though? Honestly, really good.